Yes, hi everyone. A very good afternoon. I guess we are live now.
Yes, we are live now.
So do me a favor, just write a thumbs up in the comment section, in the feedback section, so that we know that we are audible and we are live. All right. So this is how today's session is going to go. We are going to give some very clear points. Okay. Sir is going to give you some academic points. I'm going to give you some non-academic points. And I believe in today's session, one thing that you need to know is you know everything. You were supposed to know everything by 18th of April. From 18th of April to till today, you are just gaining more information. So you are already a better version of yourself. So don't worry about anything. You are going to crack this exam. You are going to do awesome. The only thing is you just need some last minute strategies to make sure that you perform as well as you have thought about it. And for that, you require some last minute positioning, last minute strategies, last minute brain conditioning. And everything I'm going to tell you today, we are going to tell you today, it is very important. Don't take it lightly. So now on to Sushil Vijay sir, and I think we are going to start the session now.
Yeah. So hi, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for the response, for all your thumbs up. So all the audio video is fine. So guys, first of all, Dr. Nachiket rightly said that you were supposed to be ready by 18th of April and you were pretty much prepared then also. So by that day till now, you have been improvising yourself. You have been learning new things and you have been just, preparing for anything that you have not been able to do that time. So by this time, when we are standing from April to September, we do have belief in you that you have already prepared well for yourself, right? At this last minute, what I don't want, now I don't want anything from you extra at this point of time. I'll not say do this or do that or do nothing. At this point of time, I can tell you what not to do. So not to do is not to allow any negativity around you at this point of time. That is the most important thing, right? Always remember all the battles of the world, they are played here only in the 6-inch platform that is your mind. So if you are positive enough about yourself, then nothing can stop you actually from getting your aim. Okay, so believe in yourself. Last minute apprehensions, last minute fear, last minute tension of the exam, stress, it is with each one of us. We all are humans, we are not machines. So it is with each one of us. If I go for exam today, I am taking a class today, एक apprehension I also have. पता नहीं students पसंद करेंगे कि नहीं करेंगे, पता नहीं उनका क्या response आएगा in the first session, second session. So it is with each one of us, right? So just go there with your full confidence, with a full faith in your preparation that you are already prepared. Now at this point, Deepika is saying that a lot of anxiety and full of doubt selection ki hoga ki nahi hoga. See, at this point of time, I don't recommend anybody ki result ke liye socho. Result ke liye sochna is not your job. Your job is to do and perform well, right? Everybody goes in a battlefield, everybody goes in a cricket match with the aim that I'm going to win the match, right? But then they have to perform for it. And your performance will depend on how easily, how good you can control your mind, your anxiety, your fears. Because preparation level of everybody has been same. The exam that has been postponed, it's for everybody. It's not only for few students. So ये सब चीजें तो सबके साथ common है. It is all about कि अब last के 5 दिन आपके पास बचे हैं. So what we don't have to allow is the negativity around us. Don't fear about the result. पता नहीं rank 1 आएगा कि rank 100 आएगा कि नहीं आएगा. It is not our job. Our job is कि हम इन 5 दिनों में we should be able to train our eyes, train our mind to have a better coordination. मुझे वहां पे time management कैसे करना है? How I should be able to control my mind to look at that question only when I'm looking at the screen. So जब आप एक question देख रहे हो तो don't think about कि पता नहीं मेरे साथ वाला क्या कर रहा है या मेरे friend की preparation कितनी है. It is your battle with yourself. And as Dr. Nachiket already said, right now you are a better version already of yourself. जितनी आपने तैयारी की थी उसके बाद इन last 5 महीने में 6 महीने में you have already improvised it. Anxiety होना, it's a common thing, but then we have to control it. The one who will go through will have only one difference with the one who is not able to go through is the control of this fear, the negativities, the anxious mind, right? So first thing, first message for all of you, इस time पे कुछ negative नहीं सोचना है. There is a lot to think about. The world में तो बहुत कुछ negative है, but this is not a time to think about it. It is about कि we have full faith in ourselves and we'll surely be able to do well, right? That is number one. Second, I want to say at this point of time, should I only do PYQ? What is it, PYQ? You wanted to write probably MCQ with LMRP. See, at this point of time, I would not recommend anybody to take up anything new. कुछ भी academically आपको नया लेने की जरूरत नहीं है. Just focus on the last few years of the examination papers, which I suppose that सबने अभी तक कर लिए होंगे. Second, जो भी आपने अभी तक GTs दिए हैं, if you want to go for one or two more GTs, that's absolutely okay. You can give that. But then GT देने के बाद में focus on the negatives. जो आप गलत कर रहे हो क्वेश्चंस, जिनके आंसर्स गलत हो रहे हैं, उनके ऊपर फोकस कीजिए. देयर इज नो नीड टू चेक द होल पेपर अगेन कि क्वेश्चन 1 से लेके क्वेश्चन 200 तक फिर से देखते हैं. जो प्लस आपका पॉजिटिव है, जो ठीक है, उसको छोड़ दो, लीव इट, एंड देन फोकस ऑन द नेगेटिव वर्क. वो नेगेटिव मेरा एक सब्जेक्ट से है कि मल्टीपल सब्जेक्ट से है. इफ इट इज फ्रॉम वन सब्जेक्ट, देन इज इट फ्रॉम अ पर्टिकुलर टॉपिक? हैव आई बीन डूइंग द सेम क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम द सेम टॉपिक रॉन्ग अगेन एंड अगेन? Is this what I'm doing? So these 5 days you can utilize to find out your weak points, negative points. कि एक टॉपिक पर्टिकुलर सब्जेक्ट में है, वही टॉपिक का क्वेश्चन बार बार गलत हो रहा है. जस्ट वर्क ऑन इट. नया कुछ भी नहीं लेना है. जस्ट इम्प्रोवाइज whatever negative you are doing in your exams, the GTs, the SWTs, okay, and don't hesitate to give another GT if you're not confident कि मैं GT देने के लिए बैठा था and then I got apprehensive कि पता नहीं यार क्या हो रहा है, क्वेश्चन ही समझ में नहीं आ रहा है. Give another GT. Make as many as trials you want today only. These 5 days, try as much as you can because you should be prepared for that final day. तो आज try कर लो. Don't take the 5 days after the day that you have the NEET. उसको trial लेके मत चलो. That is your final match. So you are already prepared for it, and just we know that we will be performing well. But ये जो apprehension है ना, this is the reason why we are not able to do good. Question सामने होता है and we are thinking about result क्या होगा, rank क्या आएगी, college पता नहीं मिलेगा नहीं मिलेगा. So leave all that part. That is not for us. आज GT दीजिए. If you're not confident enough to sit in the exam, लग रहा है कि यार 3 घंटे बैठ ही नहीं पाएंगे, 3.5 घंटे कैसे क्रॉस होंगे, give a GT today and write now only. Sit for a GT. And if you're not able to solve the MCQs, नहीं समझ में आ रहा है, doesn't really matter. बैठे रहो वहां पे 3.5
सर. GT के लिए मैं एक बात ऐड करूंगा इसके अंदर. अभी
Yes.
I had a one-to-one counseling session with many students, and one thing I found out that they were not giving GTs, and अब last 6 days में ना they are not able to understand कि पढ़ूं क्या. So देखो, एक GT का ना, GT तुम्हें क्या देता है? What does GT give you? GT gives you your correct, your incorrect, and not attempted. Now the correct part is how much do you know right now? In the last 6 days, that particular factor cannot be increased because that is a preparation level of 1 year that you require to increase the correct level. Now the incorrect gives you the topics that you had an idea, you have read about it, you marked it, but you marked it wrong. And the not attempted gives you an idea about topics which you do not have a single bit of idea. So after every grand test, in the next 5 days, give five grand tests. After every grand test, figure out the incorrect, and the not attempted topics. Revise those topics from your notes. So in every exam, after every exam, you will be having at least 30 to 40 topics which you marked wrong or were not attempted. And these are the topics which you had no idea about. So every day you will be revising 40 topics from your notes. And in 5 days, you will be revising almost 200 topics. So that is, you are adding 200 topics into your correct marks. So now when you give the real NEET, you are going to promise yourself that in these 200 topics, I am not going to mark any question wrong. So whatever you knew, that is like 110 to 150 questions that you knew, those were the correct part, and you are adding 200 topics into your memory for the NEET exam. So this is how you are going to prepare in the last 5 days. If you are right now stuck at a particular score, if you are having a good strategy to yourself that you think is working, stick to that. This is only for those people who do not have any idea what to study, what to revise in this last moments. So this is how you can figure out the incorrect topics where you need more revision. Do not read those topics which you are marking correct. You already know that. Why waste more time on that? It's a competitive examination. You need to kick somebody off the seat to get that seat. It's as simple as that. So this is how you can get your correct more. Apart from that, the second thing, how to give the grand test. How to give the real exam paper. See, I believe in one thing. First is, many a times I've talked to people and they said that, sir, we put so much time in every question that we could not even reach the last question. So what I always tell them, to the people who are just thinking about qualifying or getting a mediocre seat, see, I'm being very frank over here. So for the people who are trying to just qualify or get a mediocre seat, first read the 200 question from first to 200 and mark in the first attempt round, mark only those questions in which you are 100% sure. In case that you think that okay yaar ye 50% hai ya 75% hai, do not waste time on that question, keep it for second round. So right now what we are trying to do, first we are trying to cover all the questions till 200 and making sure that jitna bhi hame aata hai, at least hum usko mark karke we can get the first base to our side. In the second round of questions, go and mark question which you are like 70-75% sure, between confused between two options. Go and put your time energy into that. It is a time taking process at that point of time. And below 50%, do not mark it. Your guesswork is going against you, your intuition is going against you. If you can just save 30 marks on intuition basis, because every time you are putting a guesswork you are going -1. Let's be a little bit pessimist over there, you are going -1. So even if you can save those -30 marks, you will be gaining at least 1000 to 2000 seats in front of you. It's as simple as that. It's a competitive exam. It is not about that how many you have attempted, there are no marks for that. It is how have you scored. So that score can be very strategically placed. You can increase your correct, that depends on your revision, or you can simply strategically save your incorrect, and that incorrect can be saved by this method. So you will be aptly going in the first round, you will be aptly marking the questions that you know. In the second round, you will be taking some time, you will be putting time on the long questions or the questions that you are confused, and you shall be leaving the questions which you have no idea about. Do not just go and mark 200 just because everybody has told that you have to mark between 190 to 200. Those are for the rankers. If you think that you are a ranker eyeing top 1000, go till 200. But if a person that you are thinking just qualify or getting a mediocre rank, then you have to play very, very strategically. Those -1, those guessworks, those intuitions, those are going against you. So make sure that you avoid guesswork. And even if you go till 120, 130, and you believe that, yes, this is the highest I know, and after this, I'm going to put guesswork, save those guesswork. Those -1s are going to actually cost you that qualifying rank or that seat that you want. Sir, on to you.
Yeah, so basically what Dr. Nachiket said, somebody said that 5 brand tests, it is up to you. See, if you are having a strategy, he clearly said, if you are already having a strategy, there is no need to change it. Continue with that. But if you are feeling low and if you're not able to, control your mind or your thought process that I won't be able to sit in my exam hall for 3.5 hours, then give the test today only. Give 1 test, 2 tests, 3 tests. By the time you will get the confidence, at least when you're going after 5 days in the examination hall, you should have a coordination, proper coordination in your eyes and your mind so that you catch the correct answer. Second thing, GT only doesn't improve you, the way that he clearly discussed that 30 marks bachana hai. It's a very big deal. -30 save kar loge, it's a, very, very good thing. Second thing, the second advantage of giving a GT is very simple, that after giving the GT, you have the confidence that you can sit there with focused mind onto that particular question which is on your screen. Your thought process, you are able to control it. The thoughts are not running haywire, here and there. So give the GTs, and if you are somehow feeling low about giving the GTs, sit on the table for the 3.5 hours. Baitho us question paper ke samne. Once you start sitting, mind automatically on questions pe kaam karna shuru karega. It automatically happens. Agar aap baithoge hi nahi, aap dekhoge hi nahi questions ko, to nobody can help it out. Okay, so if you're even a bit apprehensive, then start giving the GT from today onwards. Ek GT aaj deke dekho, sit over for the complete time, give the complete paper at once, and then start working on the negatives. Second thing, should we do the FMG papers? See, there is no need to do the FMG papers as such, but yes, if you have the access to the papers, just go through them superficially and see what all topics have been asked, because FMG papers are more or less out of simple one-liner type. And for this NEET exam, there might be few one-liners, we don't know about it, but yes, what is expected more are the clinical kind of questions. Okay, so topics of any exam, whether it is FMG, INI or the NEET exam, topics are usually same. The way of asking the question automatically changes, right? But because in this NEET exam, we are expecting more of the clinical things, probably less one-liners, minimal. So there is no need to go with every question. Topic dekho, come back to your notes and start reading them. Like, yes, I know everything about this particular topic. So improvise. Number 1, improvise with the GTs. That's 1. Second, check your negatives. Number 2, with GTs, while you're giving the GTs, try to have a coordination between your eyes and the mind that these are the important words in the question. And that's how I reach to a diagnosis, to option. That's third. Number next, when you are, giving the GTs all the time and you're checking about the negative things, go back home, negative ko check karo, notes mein jao. If you are not able to get the facts right, find out a way or mnemonic to remember it. If you're not getting your concepts right, this is not the time that you go back and open up your books. Connect with the faculties. We have the DBMCI Premier group. We are on the Telegram. We are on the Facebook. We are, having the Super 30 WhatsApp group. And I do believe that most of you have the access to us, all of us, all the faculties right now. So it is not the time that you go back and you open the books to see or clear the concepts. Connect with the faculties immediately. I can assure you, no faculty will deny that we are busy, we are occupied, we cannot answer you. Concept ke liye apna time waste mat karna. Reach out to us and we'll help you out in the shortest of the time. That is the best thing to do right now. Okay, so that's the best way to improvise. Do not hesitate to connect with us any point of time you feel low for exam, apprehensions, anxieties, academic queries, concepts, anything. So 5 din hai, and believe me and my all other 18 faculties, all my staff, everybody is on their toes that if there is any single query from any student regarding this particular exam, everybody should be available to answer it. It should not be delayed, koi bhi reason se. There should be no excuse for it. So we are there for it. You can connect with us anytime.
Another thing that you need to take care of, your mind is not a machine. In the one-to-one sessions, I had almost 30 one-to-one sessions yesterday. And every time I ask a simple question, ki what is the app time that you are giving a grand test right now? Koi keh raha hai shaam ko, koi keh raha dopaher mein. The problem is that you're not able to understand your exam time is 9 to 12:30 p.m., right? 9 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. You have to reach the center by 8:15, 8:30. That's the app time. Many of you have the centers like 45 minutes to 1 hour away, as simple as that. So that means you have to leave your house by 7 o'clock. That means you have to get up at 6 o'clock. So your mind, if you are not in habit of waking up at 6 o'clock, your mind is simply going to be very, very sleepy during the 9 a.m. examination. बहुत सिंपल सी, बहुत बेसिक सी हो, कभी लगेगा कि stupid बात कर रहे हो. ये stupid बात ही है. If you think about it, that's a stupid thing. कि सर 6 बजे उठना कितना आसान है. It is not easy. Try once. Try waking up at 6 a.m. tomorrow. You will feel drowsy by 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. It's as simple as that. You have a habit that you have developed. People sleep at 2 a.m. People sleep at 3 a.m. They wake up at 9. They wake up at 10. That's the cycle that you are fixed in. If you think breaking that cycle is that easy, I'm sorry, but you are wrong. Your performance, your peak performance is going to depend on your sleep cycle. In the next 5 days, start sleeping voluntarily at 11 p.m. or 12 p.m. and 12 a.m. and start waking up at 6 a.m. Because on the exam day, you have to wake up at 6 a.m. Your brain needs to know that it has to work at 110% working capacity at 9 a.m. sharp on that D-day. Only then you are going to crack that exam. Even 1% less, 1% of your potential is less, you are going to sacrifice your dream seat, or maybe you are not able to qualify, or maybe you were just getting medicine somewhere and you just you 1 mark less and you lost that seat. It can be that crucial. So work on this non-academic thing as soon as possible. Give all the upcoming grand tests or mock tests at 9 to 12:30 p.m. only. And don't wake up at 8:30 to give the 9 a.m. exam. No, wake up at 6 a.m. to give the 9 o'clock exam. That is a practice that you need. Sir.
This advice, I can assure you guys, if you have not been doing it, start doing it from tomorrow onwards. And after 5 days, when you're sitting in the next exam or in the evening hours, I can assure you, you'll be sending us the message that what you feel like today might not be a logical thing or stupid thing or whatever it is. So you will be thanking us for that. I can assure you that. इसको करना शुरू करो and you'll definitely understand कि 10 बजे तक तो दिमाग थक जाता है, 11 बजे तक 12 बजे तक बैठेंगे कैसे एग्जाम में, फिर you start yawning and you start sleeping कि यार पता नहीं नींद ही पूरी नहीं हुई. It is like that. Okay, so you have to travel some distance. Obviously, you all have made your travel plans. आज 6th है, so your admit card will be also released today, most likely as per the notifications. So you'll come to know about your centers, about your place where you have to move on, and you have to make your arrangements also, right? So plan these small things. Tech-wise test which could not be finished. Aquarian Rambler, right now, it is not advisable to start with anything new. If you have not touched a subject, at all, and if it's a small subject, I can just advise you last few years of the papers, along with the LMRP access if you have, because LMRP will not take much of your time. And if you start, let's take orthopedics, ortho pura padhoge, it's almost around 25, 26 hours of lecture. LMRP hardly 4 hours, 4.5 hours. And if you are comfortable with some of the topic, you can, play it on double speed or so, and you can finish it off in some short time. So naya to kuch bhi I will not advise you at this point of time. What you can maximum do, just see the previous question papers of the INI and the NEET exam, and talk about those questionnaires or the important topics which we have already shared on the DBMCI premier book. आपको वहाँ पे सारा मिल जाएगा ये, right? So nothing new at this point of time.
Social,
yeah.
इसमें ना सर social media. Many of you are going to face negativity on a daily basis because of too much social media. Right now, it is a time to basically get off Facebook, Instagram, Telegram, especially because the daily news. कभी कोई कह रहा है एग्जाम पोस्टपोन हो रहा है, कभी कोई कह रहा है PIL डल रही है, कभी कोई कह रहा है कि एग्जाम में ऐसा कुछ हो जाएगा जो नया है. The exam, first of all, nobody knows what is going to happen in the exam because this is the first time this exam is happening. I'm telling you as a highest authority right now. Nobody knows what is going to happen in the exam. Everybody has an assumption. I believe that simple logic that they have decreased from 300 questions to 200 questions. They have kept the time period same. That is 3.5 hours. That means lengthier clinical questions. Because looking at the simple logic, that is why I am saying that. They are giving you more time per question because that is what they want. They are going to give you difficult questions. But this is an assumption itself. So I believe this exam is going to, I assume this exam is going to have clinical questions. So if you think that what is going to be the qualifying marks, we know that, no, we do not know that. But looking at the past 3-year scenario, I can safely say it can be 25%. Last 3 years, it has been the same thing. Looking at the toppers mark, I think nobody can predict you that, but I believe 160 questions, that is my assumption. Looking at the past 3-year data, I can tell you that. So I have seen our students I have been in touch with, and they are just arguing on nonsense logic on social media. Your brain is going out of focus to argue on those points. So when they ask me after INI CT, sir, what do I need to do? I just told them, sir, you need to get off social media. You are arguing on every meme, you are arguing on every based topic. PIL की बात चल रही है, मैं कहा, do you support PIL? कहता नहीं सर, but मैं लगा पड़ा हूं उसमें. तो सर अगर आप वहां पे इतना टाइम लगा रहे हो तो आप पढ़ाई कब कर रहे होगे? ये तो मुझे दिख रहा है. एंड आपका दिमाग वही है कि दैट आप कमेंट पे आर्गुमेंट करे जा रहे हो. अगेन, एट दिस पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम, नथिंग इज एक्सेप्टेबल. So you need to get off social media for the next 5 days, focus on yourself, get away from all the useless logics and useless negativity. It is going to just cut you down. दूर रहो, खुश रहोगे. और ये हम नहीं बताते, इंडियन क्रिकेट टीम follows the same thing. Because जो पब्लिक उनके बारे में लिखती है, just because they lost a match, it brings the morale down as well. Right now, your morale, your confidence is the one thing, it's the key to success right now. If you think that yes, I can do anything, you will go and perform like that. If you think नहीं यार बहुत डर लग रहा है, you're going to perform like that. It's okay. So keep away from social media, don't read anything, and simply focus on your studies. अब जो होगा वो एग्जाम के बाद देखा जाएगा. So एग्जाम में जान लगा के दो और सोचो कि तुम रैंक 1 हो. पेपर ही ऐसे दो कि तुम रैंक 1 हो. अगर कुछ और सोचोगे ना, रैंक 2 भी सोचोगे, तो यू आर डाउटिंग योरसेल्फ. पेपर ही ऐसे दो कि तुम रैंक 1 हो और तुमसे बेटर कोई है ही नहीं. अपने आप पेपर अच्छा होगा सर.
And out of that, you have to do the best of yourself. अभी I can share one instance when I got a message from one of the student कि सर साल भर मेहनत की है and almost 1.5 years now. वो 1 साल के लिए तो पिछले साल एग्जाम अप्रैल में होना था, तो उसके लिए तैयारी की, and then almost it's 1.5 year and I'm not doing any job. और उसके बाद I've been preparing well, but अब last moment पे आके last 5-6 days बचे, then I'm feeling like कि पता नहीं यार क्या होगा. So this is not the time to doubt yourself. He correctly said, feel yourself as rank 1 all the time. You are born winners, you won, that's why you were born, as simple as that. So you have no other choice than to be happy at this moment, then to be positive at this moment. And when you're saying that ki GT mein score kamane se you have your morale down, understand the point, this GT is a simulation of your NEET exam. Agar aaj yahan score kamane se morale down ho raha hai, usi ko to improvise karna hai. So don't think about the score right now. That is our message. जीटी के स्कोर से कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. आई एम टेलिंग यू ओपनली ऑन द सोशल मीडिया प्लेटफॉर्म कि जीटी के स्कोर से फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. फर्क पड़ता है हाउ वेल यू यूटिलाइज द रिजल्ट ऑफ द जीटी. आपने जितने गलत किए हैं, व्हाटएवर रॉन्ग यू हैव मार्क्ड इन योर नेक्स्ट जीटी, आर यू एबल टू कन्वर्ट देम टू द करेक्ट मार्क्स? आर यू एबल टू mark the next time when the question is asked from the same topic? Are you able to mark it correctly? Yes or no? If you're not doing it, then you're not utilizing the GT. Then you don't know actually what is the meaning of a GT. GT is not only testing your knowledge, GT is to prepare you कि आप जो गलत कर रहे हो उसको वापस घर जाके देखो. So Divya, if you're saying that it will decrease your confidence, believe me, just give 1 or 2 GTs and just see the negative, see the wrong that you mark, और उस topic को दोबारा से पढ़ के जाओ. And if the same topic is coming in your exam, you'll mark it 100% correctly. So GT का purpose ये नहीं है कि आपके marks बताना कि देखो आप rank 1 आ गए and you are scoring 10,000 rank. That's not our purpose. Purpose is to assess the self assessment. तो इसको आपको समझना पड़ेगा कि what is the purpose of a GT, right? How many histopathological images will be there? Nobody can say that. Nobody knows what is going to happen. 300 क्वेश्चन होते थे, सीधा उठा के 200 कर दिए. Out of those 200, how many will be one liner? How many will be lengthier question? Nobody knows. But yes, logically the thing says 3.5 hour, 200 questions. Time is more per question now. So presumably it will be a lengthy kind of paper. पर ऐसा तो नहीं है कि all 200 will be like all paragraphs. एक दो लाइन one liner भी होंगे, अपने अपने तरह के questions होंगे. Everything will be there. But logic says it has to be a lengthy paper, right? And then feeling like nothing is in my mind, feeling like can't remember anything. So Varun, if that is the point, then take a break. Take a 1 hour break, take 2 hour break, take 3 hour break, have a good nap, खाना खाओ बढ़िया, movie देखो एक बहुत अच्छी. It is better to turn your mind towards positivity and healthy things rather than being in negativity कि यार कुछ याद नहीं है. Because if you stay negative like this, वो शाम का time भी पूरा खराब हो जाएगा. It will spoil your whole night and whole day. So it's better to take 1 hour, 2 hour off. अच्छी सी मूवी देखो, बढ़िया खाना खाओ, जो पसंद है वो खाओ, and take a power nap. बहुत बढ़िया सर. And after once you get up, forget everything दुनिया में और कुछ है. Once you get up, get back to the job. लेकिन वापस आना है तो with your full positivity. ये सोच के नहीं आना है कि यार ये तो फिर से वही. So what is the purpose of this break? To fill yourself with your energy, right? So there is no point in wasting time like that. How many questions should be correct minimum to get clinical branch in government college? See, he has clearly said nobody knows how it is going to happen, how the mark list is going to up and down. So if you are considering yourself as a topper, rank 1 to rank 100, you might go till questions 180, 190 maybe. So
बात तो यही है ना कि
enough to get a seat. Right?
सर बात ये है ना कि इस बात से फर्क ही नहीं पड़ता ना कि कितना है. तुमने अपना बेस्ट देना यार. मैं कहूंगा 120 क्वेश्चन है तो 120 पे रुक जाओगे.
Exactly. Nothing is going to stop.
You have to go and give it your best shot. Result छोड़ दो कैसे जाएगा.
Yeah. So that is not our job now. That is not our job to think about कि पता नहीं स्कोर कितना जाएगा. आप अपना बेस्ट दे के आओ. जितने क्वेश्चंस आते हैं कॉन्फिडेंटली वो मार्क करो. जिसको आप सॉल्व कर सकते हो कॉन्सेप्चुअल वे से सोच के समझ के उसको करके आओ. जो बिल्कुल नहीं आता उसको छोड़ के आओ. As simple as that. Right? यही स्ट्रैटेजी लेके जाना है. क्या होगा, काउंसलिंग सेशंस होंगे, क्या कॉलेज होगा, वो सब बात की बातें हैं. उसके लिए बहुत टाइम है हमारे पास. Right? So don't think about the results. Focus on how you have to act for it, work for it, and improvise in these last 5 days. Okay.
एक बात जो थी that I want to tell each one of you, cases of COVID are still on the rise. I've already told you this multiple times. I'm telling you this again. Please do not go outside for the next 5 days. Please do not meet anyone. Do not allow anyone to come into your house, and try to have homemade food only. Because अगर तुम अभी बीमार हो गए, it is going to cost you 1 year of your career. It's as simple as that. Let's be very frank over here. If you get ill, if you get COVID positive, first of all, come on, you go there, you are at risk of transmitting it to others. Second, of course, your potential goes down. You are weak, you are feeble, you will not be able to perform very well. And yes, you will not be able to crack that exam as good as you think that you will be. So for next 5 days, please do not go outside, stay at home, be safe, and do not meet anyone. It is about your life. After this exam, people will know you as an orthopedician, as a surgeon, as a diagnostician. You are going to have a different identity in life, different identity. Till now, you are a doctor, but after this, you will get a tag, and that tag is your identification. So take this exam as serious as you can, and for that also means keep taking care of the non-academic things. Sir.
See, Aisha, if you're asking me what you should do in these 5 days, you have not been able to study well. See, guys, what Dr. Nachiket was telling, falling ill at this time can cost you a lot. So Aisha is one of her friend who just got ill for last 1 week. She has not been able to study well. So these kind of things should not happen with any one of you. Okay, so Aisha, I would not recommend that. You should only go with vibes. Vibe is something which will help you out with the image-based plans. That will surely help you out. But then for the theory questions, for the kind of, clinical questions, the depth that you have to understand, the last few years of topics, you should do it. Still, you have got 5 days, and it will not take, more than a day to do all the last year questions. It will not take much of your time if you're prepared with them. So don't start anything new. Don't lose the hopes. If you have recovered well from your ill health, it's the time to get back to the job. सबसे पहले उठाओ पुराने साल के क्वेश्चंस, प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चंस एंड स्टार्ट सॉल्विंग देम, right? Start learning the topics. If you're not able to solve the answer, immediately open up your notebook and just see what was the, taught in your class, what was the explanation given, what was the concept behind the topic, and start doing it. If you're not able to understand, connect with us, connect with the concerned faculty, जो भी है, medicine है तो medicine से, ortho है तो ortho से, surgery है तो surgery से. And if you're not able to connect with anybody, I am there, Dr. Nachiket is there, you can just message us and we'll get it done on priority basis. I've already told you, we are there for next 5 days, we are at your service. Whether you belong to DBMCI, whether you don't belong to DBMCI, it doesn't really matter. I'm telling you honestly, just message us and we are just a message away. We'll get it done. I can assure you that, right? So they are passing. Okay. Okay, very good. So we have always some negative people around us and we have to ignore them. SWT bubbles, SWT, I'll tell you, don't try to do SWTs now. SWT is again a 100 question, 200 question paper. Don't do it. It will take a lot of your time, only one subject. So I would recommend instead of SWT, go for GT so that you revise all the other subjects as well. For any of the short subject if is pending, then go with the LMRP. Don't go with the whole subject right now because that will take a lot of your time and all the mind will be distracted to that particular subject only. That's going to take a lot of time. ठीक है, कोई subject revise किया हुआ है, उसको revise दोबारा करना है, that's okay. But no, nothing new at this point. So you have attempted your INI casually and got 13,500 rank, but now I feel stressed out. Ravali, as I said, being stressed, it's a part of human nature. We are humans, we are not machines. So getting stressed is okay, but results only come good when you can overcome your stress. And that is all the motto of this session that we are doing. Okay, so just come out of your stress, take a little break, half hour, 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, take a little break, and then go back to the job. That is what we want to convey. पढ़ाई आप सब ऑलरेडी कर चुके हो. We are not here to tell you कि अब क्या और पढ़ो. We are just to tell you कि स्ट्रेस को दूर रखो, नेगेटिविटी को दूर रखो, हेल्थ को अच्छा रखो, make your plans in advance, make your lifestyle, change in advance. सुबह 6 बजे उठना शुरू करो because that you have to do on that day. Okay, so previous years papers are not available on the app. Only Booster GT4 has previous year questions.
Previous year question are there.
Yeah, they are already there.
पूरे
Previous
पेपर
questions
हमारे
are
पास.
available. So Dr. Bubbles, these are papers are already there, right? These are on the app. They are available there. You can go through and you can just check them. All the papers are there. In fact, I think all the faculties have already recorded and we have uploaded them. They're already there. You have to check it. Will there be more COVID related questions? Why there should be? Consider COVID as any other condition right now. COVID updates are most important, obviously. COVID is not a new topic now, but yes, it is expected that you should go prepared with any other topic. COVID should also be prepared with the recent updates, right? So updated तो आपको होना ही पड़ेगा. You cannot say कि 200 में से 20 क्वेश्चन कोविड पे आएंगे, ऐसा नहीं है, right? So but updation लेके ही आपको एग्जाम में जाना है. 3 subjects which I should give importance in the last 5 days. All the 3 subjects that you have already read, where you think you are confused. There is no 3 subject which you want to revise. जो आता है उसको क्यों पढ़ना है, जो नहीं आता है उसको improvise करो. और improvise भी उसी को करना जिसको आप already पढ़ चुके हो. Not the one जिसमें आपने बिल्कुल कुछ भी पढ़ाई नहीं की है. If you have skipped a subject, it's not the time to read it. For AIMS, Akash, for AIMS we'll have session again. Right now it is about only the INA exam after 5 days. Okay, so yeah, I think we have taken all the. Shubham, if you're saying that last 10 important topics on YouTube by DBMCI, is that sufficient? There is nothing sufficient in a medical life. Right? You cannot say that it is 100%. And so you don't think that it is sufficient, but yes, all the faculties have recorded the most important 10 topics which are frequently asked in NEET as well as INI exam. तो ये 10 का मतलब ये है कि इनको छोड़ के नहीं जाना है. इसका ये मतलब नहीं है कि बस इसी में से पेपर आएगा. ये सबसे important questions होते हैं जो बार-बार repeat होते हैं and there is a high probability that they will be asked again. Okay, and by the means of these 10 questions, it is not only 10 questions. If you see the videos that have been recorded by me and any other faculty, by the meaning of these 10 questions, we have tried to give you more than 20 to 30 topics which are actually asked in different exams. So it's just 10 question नहीं है जब आप एक question पढ़ते हो about any traction or sprint. It is not only one. It is about all the other questions which have been asked in previous years. So I would not say that it is enough, but I would say that it is most important. Okay, take it that way. How many questions previous years aims to do how many questions? Previous year's questions take minimum at least 2 to 3 years. So minimum 2 years should be the minimum target. एम्स की बात करोगे तो 4 सेशन हो जाएंगे, नीट की बात करोगे 2 सेशन हो जाएंगे. I think that should be the minimum, target. इतना तो करके जाना ही है. Let's not talk about these reservation and all these things. This is not our motto to talk about today. Janvi, I don't know about your curriculum, so how can I say that you can apply for November AIMS or no? Should we do AIMS previous question for NEET? Yes, the topics, as I said. The topics of any of the exam are more or less same because in every subject, the importance are same. So question same nahi hoga, but topic jo aayega, wo same aayega. So topic should be clear to you. Okay.
I think one blunt thing that I need to talk to each one of you. It's a very blunt thing, and I'm going to talk to you about this because nobody else is going to tell you this. Now let's talk about NEET 2022. Now NEET 22 tentative date is April. Okay, it is not confirmed, but tentative date is April. After 11th, that means that only 6 months are there. Now after 11th September, you have to come back, and we are going to give you a recall question discussion within like a day or two. You will get all majorly. You will get all the things. Open yours, see how you have performed, and if you are performing below 400, start preparing for NEET 2022. This is like an elder brother advice to you. I know it's a bit blunt. I know it is a wrong timing also, but I'm going to tell you the very frank thing because you are an adult now. Because if you wait till result, you are going to lose at least a month. That means only 5 months till the NEET PG exam 2022. So that means less time to again prepare all the 19 subjects. So do not waste time till the result. If you get a good result, I mean, come on, it's just 1 month, right? If you get a good result, take a refund back of your money and start preparing for, continue your journey in the PG world. But if not, then you are at least a 1 month ahead of all your upcoming competition of NEET PG 2022. We have batches starting from 15 September and onwards. Join that. I mean, I'm not saying join us anything. It's not a sale thing, but start preparing by comparing your, just comparing your performance in your mind, whether you have done good or not. Below 400, start preparing for 2022. You get a good result in 21, congratulations. If not, congratulations, you are 1 month ahead of your competition. Win-win situation in both the things. All right, so I believe all these things together can really affect your result, can increase that performance. So give it your best shot. Sir, is there any more thing that you want to answer? Please go ahead.
I think we have already answered most of the things. These are the repeat questions. So students, those who have joined us right now, you can just go back to the video and you'll be able to see all the queries we have already answered it. Okay, so the batch that Dr. Nachiket just mentioned, that batch we are starting for targeting the, this is our last batch for the last NEET exam that you are going to appear. Okay, so the last batch of the last NEET, we are starting in September, just after your exam. 11th is your exam and we are starting it on 15th, right? So 1 month for the result, you can presume. Then after that, counseling and so many confusions and all. And I do believe nobody will, like to waste any of the single day, even after the day of exam. So this batch that we are starting on 15th of September, we have kept the date as March. Okay, so completed. So that if the tentative date that has been given for the NEET exam 2022, if it is in April, let's say it like that, if it is in April, so you are able to complete it at least a month prior to the exam, right? So that's how we have planned it. The complete schedule is there, completed is ready. So there will be a TND batch, there will be a regular batch just immediately after your exam, because you will be the best judge. Before the result comes, you already know that how you have performed, right? So even if you're in a little bit, even if a little bit of dilemma, then go and join something. Not DBMCI, maybe join anything you want. That's absolutely.
Sir, I think this is one question where I like to answer. Pranjal Gupta, Pranjal, 140 to 150 correct questions. If you are answering, that's very good. You just have to maintain that level and make sure your negatives are not crossing more than 30. So 180, and trust me, you are looking at a top 500 rank here. And Rupali Tiwari, score for clinical branch as high as possible. Let me give you an example. In 2019, rank 4 had 900 marks. In 2020, rank 200 had 900 marks. So look at the comparison. So when there is that rank 200, he was a student from Agra, SNMC Agra. He wanted medicine in Delhi and he could not get it. I mean, he could not even get medicine in Agra itself. He was looking for medicine in KGMU, but 200 Can you imagine? So that was the level of the, the more the concepts, higher the rankers will go. So if you're looking for a clinical branch in a good college, you have to rank as high as possible. I mean, there is no subsequent rank, there is no cutoff right now. As high as possible. Qualifying marks will be 25%. And if you're looking for a good score, it could range between 60 to 70%. That's a mediocre score. Above that, above 70, you're looking at some like a clinical branch. So this all depends on your result and the rank. If you get a mediocre score, the rank is going to command you. If you get a very good score, you are going to command everyone. I mean, you are going to choose the seat, not take what is available. So it is your life now. It is in your hands now. You have to think how you are going to perform after the result. All right.
So Rishi, I've already answered your query that nothing new to start right now. Whatever you have done, revise that. So if the power course is awesome, then what to do? Make it available at, see, power course you already know. There are no recordings of that, isn't it? So that was something we committed and we have done. So whatever commitments have been done from me, my team, we are already covering it. We are already completing it. So please don't, request for those things which were already conveyed to you even before the starting of the course. So few things are not in our hands and we are committed to get all these things. Why we wanted that everything should be covered up on time. We don't want you to waste time for anything, right? So to keep you on the track, with the subject, the content, the course, the curriculum, that course was designed. And it is not like any of the regular class or any of the TNDs or anything. It was a special course, power course, and that was, those who joined, they definitely can feel the difference. Then how quickly they have been able to revise all the subjects. So if we keep it on open like recordings to आपको बस इतनी सारी है ना. You have got e-Gurukul recording, you have got e-Gurukul lecture videos. तो फिर उसमें फर्क नहीं रहता. The only intent was to keep you on track, and that's why we launched this power course. Okay, so few things don't request for them because they are only for your benefit. आप लोग को सब कुछ ऐसे openly है ही ना available, तो वो course आप क्यों नहीं पढ़ रहे हो? Because you are not able to make a proper timetable, right? So follow whatever is being given to you, follow whatever has been scheduled for you, and believe us if you have believed, in us for joining. So जब join कर लिया है तो इतना भी believe करो कि whatever schedule, whatever things we are making for you, they are for your benefit only, right? So if you have given your faith to us, remain assured, nothing will go wrong. We will give our 100% to it. Me and my every team member will be there for you all the time, right? That I can assure you, right? So I think we are done. Dr. Nachiket, we have answered everything.
I think
a lot of time.
And I believe, guys, this is the best time. I mean, last few days, give it your best. Like this is the last thing that you're living for, and make sure that all the non-academic things are done before the exam. One day prior, go and look at the venue. I mean, look at the center, see how far it is. Do not just believe blindly on Google Maps, because Google Maps many a times takes you in small lanes and gets you stuck over there. So go and see the proper route. That particular thing is very important, because at 7 o'clock in the morning, if you get stuck somewhere, you are stuck for long. And by any chance, I don't want anything to happen like that, but if you're not able to reach the center on time, kitna bhi rolo, they are not going to allow you to enter. So पूरे एक साल की मेहनत खराब जाएगी. So make sure आप एक दिन पहले जाके देख के आए सेंटर कहाँ पे है, कितनी दूर है, कैसे जाना है आपको. अगर आपका कहीं बाहर है तो प्लीज गो एंड स्टे ओवर देयर नाइट बिफोर. ऐसा मत करना कि सुबह 3 बजे निकलेंगे, पहुंच जाएंगे, नींद खराब करोगे, अगेन परफॉर्मेंस पे इफेक्ट आएगा. सो बहुत छोटी बातें हैं, बट ध्यान रखोगे तो इट इज एक्चुअली गोइंग टू हेल्प यू अ लॉट. So I guess thank you so much everyone. Thank you Sushil sir for your time, and I believe together you are going to crack the exam. सोचना सिर्फ ये है कि कितनी ऊंची रैंक ला सकते हो. अगर भाटिया से पढ़े हो तो रैंक तो तुम ले ही आओगे. So that is my confidence in you. Now you need to have confidence in yourself. That's it. All right. So thank you everyone. God bless and take care.
All the very best for exam. Thank you so much everyone.